And a quick look at our rules of combat based on 3 5-minute rounds and, of course, 5 5-minute rounds for championship bouts. And, of course, in the amateur division, that changed to 3 3-minute rounds. And, of course, 5 3-minute rounds for championship bouts in the amateur division. It's based on the 10-point must system, judging criteria. And to get things started, we'll go ahead and throw it to the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, kicking the cage and General Tire present this special 3-round attraction in the women's strawweight division. Your referee in charge of the action, Cecil Peoples. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 3 inches tall. Official weight 115.5 pounds. She represents Standalone MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from Chico, California, presenting Valerie the Violator Wong. Her opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands also at 5 feet 3 inches tall. Official weight an even 116 pounds. She represents Team Alpha Male. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sacramento, California, presenting Tiffany Tiff Taff Kanama.
All right, let's get things started here. Round number 1. We have Valerie Wong in the blue corner versus Tiffany Kanama in the red corner.
It's always great to see women fight. You know? It's a different element than watching 2 guys.
It really is. It's a different mindset. It's a different way of going out. It's different body sizes, different physiology. It's a lot of different factors that are going into it. You know, it makes them much more interesting than just watching the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's weird because, you know, certain positions they get in or can get out of.
Right.
From a guy's point of view, it's like, hey, no, that's not even, you know, you can't even imagine that.
Right. I mean, unless a fighter's, you know, focusing every day, training flexibility, most of the times a guy's limit is going to be reached a lot quicker than a girl's.
Yes.
Kanama getting a nice little takedown here, using the fence to her advantage. Doing a good job fighting the hands here. Valerie Wong, though, holding on really well.
Yeah, that was a good head and arm throw by Kawama. I mean, once she got her down, she just scooted it away from that fence.
Yeah, Wong was able to use that fence to just climb right back up to her feet. Looks like Cecil Peoples will separate this, stand it back up.
Always count on Cecil to keep the action going.
Definitely. Some heavy strikes getting thrown. You can hear the power behind those. They're going for the knockout.
Oh, yeah. And that's good. You know, that's what you want to see, you know.
Of course. Makes a more exciting fight. All the fans want to see it. Of course, if you're a fighter, I mean, hey, if you could end the fight in 30 seconds with a knockout and not get hit, or at least minimize that, I'd go for it.
Yeah.
Wong looking to take the back. She's got her hooks decently in right now.
Well, she's got that head and arm, so that's good. But like I say, here's what I'm talking about. That flexibility. Kwame had, you know, a Wong in the head and arm, and then she goes and puts her legs around her, wraps her legs around her like, man, I can't do that. I can't do that. It's like, how the heck? But then that got her out, too, you know. Now she's got her back in.
Yeah, definitely has an aspect to the jiu-jitsu combat with all that flexibility, able to get into different positions quicker. Kanama turning it right back around to a little bit of her advantage now, getting onto her feet. Wong going for the armbar.
I think she distracted Kwana with that leg because she reached for her ankle. Awesome. You know, Kwana think about the leg, also boom, the arms going. There it is.
And there's the tap. Can only hold it for so long, but Great job by Valerie Wong, was able to slip that armbar in. We'll take a look at the replay coming up after the break. Taking a look at the replays from that last round between Valerie Wong and Tiffany Konama. Wong was able to come out of that strong and on top with that armbar.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they were doing good. I mean, both girls going at it back and forth, and just at the end right here, Wong just able to sneak in that armbar because I didn't even see it coming because it was a different move going, and she was going for whatever, and just caught me and Konama in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 2 minutes and 50 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by tap out via armbar, Valerie the Violator Wong. Here is Cole Dixon.
Cole Dixon now making his way to the cage. Once again, this bout is for the King of the Cage Amateur Welterweight World Championship. One fighter will walk out of here with the title, regardless of what happens. So it's sure to be an exciting match. There's a lot on the line here.
You know, I mean, it's interesting, you know, that they have, you know, title fights in the amateur. You know, something I never got to experience. But you know, it's great because then it gives you more of a footing on hey, you know what to expect when you go into pro. You know, you've done it, you know, the 5 rounds. You know what it feels like. You know, even though it's 3 minutes, it's still 5 rounds. You know, it's more than, you know, what you're doing, and then it's mindset, everything. You know, you get a belt, also changes in your head like, hey, you know what? I got a title, but now let me get another title. You know, let me keep going on doing what I do.
Cole Dixon finishing up his cage side preparations here as he heads into the ring.
Here is Chris, the babyface killer, Jennings.
Now making his way to the cage, Chris Jennings. Once again, this is fighting in the 170-pound weight class. That's 5 rounds each at 3 minutes apiece. Chris Jennings is the current holder of the King of the Cage Amateur Welterweight World Championship. So we'll see if he can defend it against Cole Dixon.
Yeah, well, when you guys got guys like Tank Abbott in your corner, look at that. Abbott is Tank Abbott, but it looks just like him. I mean, no, it's great. I mean, like I say, he's a champ. He's coming in. He's going to show, hey, why he's the champ. And that's the good thing about this, too. You know, if Dixon wins, hey, you know what? I beat the champ. If Jennings wins, hey, this is why I am the champ. So either way, it's a good outcome for either fighter.
Right, and like what you were commenting earlier, it's a great experience. It's training these guys. You know, whether or not who comes out on top, they're both going to walk away with a new learning experience. When they enter that pro division, they're just going to know that much more to expect.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is just a stepping stone.
Right.
You know, here you're trying out everything. You see what you're doing is working, what you need to improve on. So when you do go pro, hey, you know what? Hey, I've fixed all my little bad habits here, and now I'm ready to, you know, do it all right.
Right, it's the time to tighten up that technique, sharpen your skill. That's what amateurs are here for, and that's what these championships are here for as well. Chris Jennings finishing up his cage side preparations right now. Referee Cecil Peoples there, finishing up the final inspections. Chris Jennings heads into the red corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 5-round bout for the King of the Cage Amateur Welterweight Championship of the World. Your judges, James Fancheer, Brandon Littinger, and Brian Pritchard. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, David Shirley. Introducing first in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, official weight 168 pounds. He represents Standalone MMA. Record 5 victories, 3 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sheridan, Oregon, presenting Cole Dixon. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 6'1", official weight 169 pounds. He represents King Krav Maga. Record 5 victories, 2 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sacktown, Sacramento, California, presenting Chris, the Babyface Killer, Once again, your referee in charge of this 5-round title attraction, David Shirley, now with the final instructions.
All right, gentlemen, rules in the back. I expect a clean, good fight. Touch glove now, come out ready to play.
Let's get round number 1 started between Cole Dixon and Chris Jennings. Dixon in the blue gloves, Jennings in the red. We'll get things kicked off. Both fighters bringing the heat to the table. It's always the champion fights you can count on being a little bit more explosive at the beginning.
Yeah, they are. I mean, you guys are going forward. You know, there was no feeling out process like here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's go.
Not to mention the extra adrenaline they're getting for just that title alone being on the line.
True.
Chris Jennings with a nice takedown.
Dixon able to get his guard back. Let's see if he can get out of his position. I mean, he looks like he's got some decent jiu-jitsu the way he's moving.
Yeah, Dixon definitely staying mobile. He's trying to not sit in one place for too long. He's keeping Jennings busy. Jennings hoping to use that cage to his advantage here. Good on Jennings, softening him up with those side blows.
I got to give Dixon a little bit of props here because, I mean, he is shutting the champ down right now.
He is.
Tying him up, not letting him do anything. I mean, this is, I mean, is if this keeps up, they're going to get stood up. Lack of action.
Chris Jennings, I can tell by the way his muscles are flexing, he's using a lot of energy trying to get out of this, but Dixon just keeping a good job of keeping things tight, not giving him any space to move. Yeah, just like that, forcing him to get back up on his feet. He's not going to let Dixon off that easy, though. Just like that, Jennings right back into it.
Gotta be careful, man. I mean, Jennings is coming in hard, but I mean, he's putting himself in positions where Dixon can capitalize.
Yeah, Jennings really going to have to be careful with this aggression here and use it wisely. So far, though, it seems to be working in his favor. Dixon still maintaining a good defense, though. Just like that, they're right back on each other's feet.
Both these guys are moving at a high pace. And I mean, they're not big guys, but they're not little either. So, I mean, a gas tank, you know, if they get into the championship rounds, is going to be a very important thing here.
Hey, he's really going to prove, you know, what fighter worked harder to train with that stamina and train with that endurance, because if it comes to the pro leagues and they're going to have to go 5 5-minute rounds, not just 3 3-minute rounds, or 5 5-minute rounds, they're going to have that.
That is very true.
Just like that, round number 1 will conclude. What a fast-paced round. I mean, that feel like it went by in no time.
Oh, it did. It did. I mean, like I said, it was non-stop action. I mean, after the first minute, I mean, these guys, you know, Dixon doing a great job of holding them down, and then from there, it was like, hey, you know what? Up and down, and we were just going back and forth.
Yeah, Jennings was just releasing that energy, raw power, was just going in 150%. It seemed like it was overwhelming Dixon to an extent at some points, but I think Dixon was very easily able to adapt to that and keep his guard up, keep a nice defense going. I'd say it was a pretty fair round so far.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Jennings got some takedowns. Dixon shut him down on those takedowns. And, you know, was able to pop up to his feet and then put him up against cage toward the end. So, I mean, this is a tough round right there for me to call.
Yeah, definitely. Well, leaves an open game for round number 2. We'll see if Dixon can capitalize a little bit more here. And we'll see how the fight continues coming up in round number 2. Develops here, round number 2. Get things started. Both fighters still dishing out the same amount of energy, it seems. Jennings looking just a little bit fatigued, but doesn't really look like it's much.
Yeah, I think Dixon looks a little more relaxed coming into the second round. Like the first one, he warmed up, loosened up, felt everything. It's like, okay, you know what? That's what he's got. I can do this.
Nice little exchange there. Yeah, he's bouncing on his feet. He's light on his feet. He's matching Jennings' movements a little more this round.
Uh-huh.
Fighters taking a little bit of time now, making sure they place their shots. Jennings again going for that takedown.
And getting it.
Definitely, you know, every time it seems like everyone he's gone for, he's gotten it down to the ground. But just like that, Dixon gets his guard in, is able to work with it, keeps it tight, doesn't give him really any movement to move around the wall. But what is he doing here? Jennings looking a little confused.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a triangle possibility here.
He's locking the arm just right in there. Can't really do anything with it.
You see that thing right there? The good thing that Dixon did, you know, he had his legs locked around his, you know, head and arm, and he started punching him. You know, throwing him off. Like, hey, you know what? I'm going for submission. No, I'm punching you. I'm hitting you. And I mean, that's a good part. Good part on Dixon right there.
Right. Throwing off his opponent in whatever way he can.
And I mean, not to take anything away from Jennings, you know, he got out of that, which is good. Because that could have been a mess.
That could have been a very dangerous situation for him, yes, indeed. The way his arm was locked up in there, he had no movement of that for at least a few seconds.
Yeah.
But Jennings just persistent in keeping that, getting up in the top position. Dixon doing a great job of defending and getting out of it, but as soon as he gets out of it, Jennings is right there to get him right back down again.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look at this, Jennings able to get behind him a little bit. And, he's got
a nice roll from Dixon.
He's got his neck.
This could be bad for Jennings.
He's got his neck, and I mean, I don't know, he's got him all pressled up. And it all comes down to the scramble.
Dixon looking a little more calm and collected, kind of planning out his movements. Oh. Jennings going to return some heat right here. Stumbles on his feet a little bit.
You know, I see the wear and tear on Jennings a bit there.
Yeah,
you know, Dixon's got a little more of the gas tank.
And that will conclude round number 2. Another exciting round, just like the first. Explosive, aggressive. I think we saw a little bit more from Cole Dixon this round. Showed off a little bit more talent. Chris Jennings looking like he was suffering just a little bit from the fatigue.
Yeah, but even though he was a little more tired, he still performed the same. I mean, he got Dixon down, had control on top. You know, I mean, yeah, Dixon did a lot more this round, and it's another tough round to call. You know, unless it was a finish for me, I mean, it's
still
tied
pretty
right
even.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how the fight continues. It's still anybody's game coming up here at round number 3. stamina's really going to start getting tested soon now. This is halfway through the match. Things may start slowing down. They may not. I mean, Jennings is very persistent. He's very tough. Both these fighters seem very tough, but at the end of the day, you know, everyone's human. Everyone has a limit.
Well, I was kidding.
Ooh, I think I got a little bit of a rough kick there, but looks like they're good. They'll continue.
Near miss, near miss.
Definitely right off the bat seeing a little bit of a slowdown here from the last
Oh,
few
yeah,
rounds.
yeah. I mean, right now, Dixon is the same pace he came out before. You know, he just comes out. I mean, he's not swinging as much, but I think he's seen what Jenny's going to do. And look at that.
Ooh.
That reversal right there.
Beautiful. But Jennings still persistent.
Yeah, I mean,
Pushing in there. He's trying to get in there.
he's doing his thing. But like I said, Dixon's jiu-jitsu, I mean, he's got some good defensive skills on him. He's going for submission after submission every time he goes down. So you can't really, you know, just put him out every time he gets taken down. But like I said, Jennings, great defense on stuff too.
Right.
You know,
I think Dixon realizes that Jennings, you know, the way Jennings is fighting, he's spending a lot of energy. And, you know, Dixon has to realize, he is realizing that. And I think he knows that, okay, I'm just going to keep it at this nice same pace the whole fight. Let him do his thing and keep going.
yeah.
Just like that Dixon improving position right here.
Yeah, he's almost got like a triangle choke, but I mean, it's just
It's from behind the head. It's an odd position, but
that's a little different. But
not looking good for Jennings.
no, not at all. I mean, right here, if he turns him or, you know, gets an open shot where he can tag him too.
And he's got his hook in perfectly. He's got the knee over the ankle.
I mean, yeah, the way he has his legs, yeah, he's not wasting a lot of energy. It's just a hold.
Releases it, but Dixon going in for a little bit. Ooh. Hooking in for a nice guillotine here. But Jennings, again.
Got to give props to the champ. I mean, he's persistent. He's not giving up, and he's making it a fight right here.
He really is.
And I mean, that's where being a champ's all about.
Fighting
You know?
to the very end,
Exactly.
not giving an inch, you know. Just
Exactly.
he's definitely got that mentality. He's staying persistent. He's obviously trained for this.
He might be tired, but he ain't quitting.
No, it ain't over yet. Not by a
No.
long shot.
I mean, so far the champs ended up on dominant positions every time they get in that ring. So I mean, I don't know if that's going to play a part in this, or if all the submission attempts that Dixon's doing. You know, like I said, I would hate to be a judge.
Right. That would definitely be a tough decision when coming up to fights like this. I mean, still, at this point, it's anybody's game. They're neck and neck. As soon as one gets ahead of the other,
Yeah.
the other is right there to match him. Again, Jennings laying down some heat.
He's moving nonstop.
Great persistence all the way to the end, that last second. And it looks like we'll see a fourth round coming up here. Let's take a look at that replay.
Same thing, you know, the guys, you know, they're doing their thing, starting out slow, but, you know, always count on Jennings to go for that takedown. But Dixon with this reversal right here, I mean, into some kind of head and arm
Right,
lock.
that abstract lock, but I mean, it seemed to be somewhat effective. It could have been, you know, very dangerous situation for Jennings.
It could have worn Jennings out a little bit, just
Right.
holding him here, making it hard for him to breathe. Maybe not choking him out or nothing like that, but
But it's
making
definitely
it hard.
uncomfortable, yeah.
But I said, you know, look at all this energy he's wasting just to get out of it, which he does. You know, and it paid off in the end.
Oh, and it looks like a decision may have been made.
Ladies and gentlemen, the blue corner is no longer able to continue this evening due to injury. The official time, the end of round number 3. Your winner by TKO, new King of the Cage Amateur Welterweight World Champion, Chris, the Babyface Killer, Jennings. Here is Jalon Reed. Here is Brennan Crow. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the lightweight division. Your referee in charge of the action, David Shirley. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 147.5 pounds. He represents Carnage MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sacramento, California, presenting Jalon Reed. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall. Official weight 148.5 pounds. He represents the Muay Thai Kickboxing Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, from Redding, California, presenting Brennan Crow. Once again, your referee in charge of this 3-round lightweight bout, David Shirley, now with the final instructions.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the back. I expect a clean, good fight. Touch gloves now. Come on, ready to bang.
Round number 1. Let's get things started between Jalen Reed and Brennan Crow. Reed in the blue gloves, Crow in the red. And we'll get things started. Crow looking to be the initiator here. But Reed countering no problem. Reed looks a little bit faster, a little bit quicker to those strikes. Ooh, nice knee. The speed on Reed, the reflexes. He's able to just pop in his head, in and out, in and out. But Crow's just pushing right through it.
And see that right there was just Reed getting a little too excited and losing his footing.
That's what it seemed like.
And Crow capitalized on that stuff. So, I mean, sometimes when you get in those exchanges, you think like, okay, yeah, let's go. But you're not watching your footing, your balance, all that, and you end up on your back.
On the upside, though, Crow is bleeding now. He's got. It looks like it may be from the eye or something.
Well, yeah,
so
he had the advantage.
Yep.
And he knew now he's giving Crow a chance to recover from any damage you gave him like that. If you got dazed and stuff.
Crow definitely showing some more skill in the ground game here.
Yeah, he is cut up pretty good.
Yeah, he is. It's a lot of blood.
You
can see that slipper. You can see it.
You don't do that when you bathe your opponent in blood. That's just another balloon right there.
No tightness. There's no friction. Just slipping around, especially with all that. I mean, he just bled all over. I mean, they both. You don't even know where the source of the blood is coming from at this point.
They just started, so they're not really, sweating, stuff like that. But it's just all the blood.
Yeah, you add that blood in. That's all you need. Yeah, it looks like it's right above the eye right there.
Yeah.
It is leaking. He's going to have to watch out, and the referee may call it. Reed with that speed. Not to rhyme.
Quick. Yeah, he's got an explosiveness to him right there.
Brendan Crow right there, back on top again.
How'd that happen?
I don't know, it was really quick. Just a quick little switch, but it seemed like he was able to get on top.
Reed,
No problem.
he's got too much speed for his own good right there when it comes to the ground. Look at Crow, man, just trying to unload on him.
Ooh. Right there in that injury. Oh, and now you can see Reed. He's really targeting that cut.
He is. Every shot's, going for that right there. Look at that.
Again, every little bit, even if it's a soft strike, if it's already
Yeah.
open flesh, I mean, it can only go worse from there. Crow trying to go for that takedown again. I think he's realized. I mean, obviously, from what it seems so far, Reed is dominating the stand-up game, but Crow maintaining a great stance once it gets down to the ground.
Yeah, I know. He's doing a good job. I think he's not taking damage on the ground.
Yeah, definitely. He's canceling out everything Reed could do down there, but I mean, I think Reed's realizing that if he keeps it on the stand-up, it's going to end in his favor.
I mean, he's loading up on that left all the time. I think the loss of blood's affected Crow right there. He's looking a little gassed. I don't think it's just. I mean, the guys aren't moving. They're moving.
Yeah,
but
he's taking a lot of hits to the head.
He's taking a lot of hits to that same eye.
He's still in the fight. He's still going.
Yeah, there's no quit there, so I mean, that's great.
But Brandon Crow, I understand he's trying to get him back down to the ground, but getting back into this position. Oh, I guess he managed to get it back down there.
No, actually, it's
seemed like Reed kind of just let him.
Reed's going for that
there it is. Yeah, I see it. Just like that. That's all it took. Yeah, what I was saying before, I mean, Crow is he kept reverting to that position, and that a lot of times we see that as kind of, what ground game fighters are resort to if they're getting thrown up, getting hands to the head, getting dazed a little bit, try to go for that takedown against the fence, but if he isn't persistent about it, he doesn't have the strength to back it. I think Reed was able to just sink in that guillotine, no problem. Take a look at that replay.
Well, I mean, they're going at it good. I mean, the pressure is hard. I mean, there's no stop. I mean, these guys back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I mean, you get tired. I mean, they're going, 100% right here. A lot of energy being expended. So, yeah, you get tired when you miss, when you hit, all that stuff. And, I mean, you got one guy trying to go for guillotine, and, just the blood didn't let it happen. And then, then Reed, gets back on top, and, he gets his position, and he ends up getting it. And, I mean, it just came from, I think it was the exhaustion of Crow, where he put himself to take it down, but he didn't watch what his head was doing. He was just resting.
Yeah, he wasn't.
And he was like, man, I can't get catch my breath. And that's what he did. He caught his breath, but he also got stuck in his guillotine right here. Paid the price.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 3 minutes and 52 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by tap out from a guillotine, Jalon Reed. Here is Justin, the Raw Deal Baseman.
Justin Baseman now making his way to the cage. Baseman hails from Pittsburgh, California, and stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall.
And yes, you heard that right. Pittsburgh, California.
Yeah, we had to Google search that one. We weren't sure about that, but yes, Pittsburgh, California. And once again, this bout is in the 170-pound weight class. Baseman's current pro MMA record stands at 19 wins and 16 losses. So it looks like he's got a lot of experience. Definitely going to hope that his opponent has some experience to match.
Yeah, you can't always look at a record like that and say, oh, you know what, he's not that good. I mean, he's got 19 wins. The 16 losses, hey, could have been tough at.
Could have been tough losses. Could have been a very even fight. Regardless, should be a good fight. We see Justin Baseman head into the blue corner.
here is Angelo Trevino.
Now making his way to ringside, Angelo Trevino. Trevino hails from Carmichael, California, and stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall. His current pro MMA record stands at 6 wins and 2 losses. So an interesting matchup here. We have one, his opponent has a lot more experience, a lot more fights under his belt, even more wins under his belt as well. While Trevino here has got a good record right now. It's a good starting out record, 6 wins, 2 losses. I'm sure he's a great fighter, but the experience is really gonna come into play here.
Very much so. You know, I mean, you know, 6-2. I mean, it's a great record. But you know, if he hasn't, I mean, his opponent has almost over 30 fights. That's crazy right there. You know, I mean, that's a lot of experience, a lot of ring time, a lot of knowledge.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the welterweight division. Your referee in charge of the action, Sensei Cecil Peoples. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 170 pounds. He represents Fight Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, from Pittsburgh, California, presenting Justin the Raw Deal Baseman. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall. Official weight, also 170 pounds. He represents Team Alpha Male. Ladies and gentlemen, from Carmichael, California, presenting Angelo Trevino.
Kick things off here in round number 1 between Angelo Trevino and Justin Baseman. Trevino in the red gloves, Baseman in the blue gloves. Both fighters taking their time here, playing things out, waiting for the right opportunity to strike.
Now this is where, you know, experience comes in, and that's what Baseman's doing. You know, he's just studying him, watching him, but same thing. You know, Trevino doing the same thing, watching what he's doing, seeing, hey, where's my openings? And what am I going to do? He's not rushing in, going crazy.
Right. A lot of inexperienced fighters we'll see, especially with good records, they get really confident. They go right in, try to go in for the kill, but it doesn't always work out that way. Trevino's doing a great job, taking his time, conserving his energy. Baseman, I'd actually say, is taking on just a little bit more of the aggressor role than Trevino. Once again, this match is brought to you by Lucas Oil and General Tire. We'd like to thank the Gold Country Casino and Hotel for hosting this event once again here at King of the Cage No Escape. Ooh, nice hard jab there. Trevino looking like he's going to put on a little more heat now, speeding things up.
Yeah, you know, he's coming with that straight left. And I mean, it's landed earlier before too. He landed. I mean, he could make it hard for, you know, Baseman to do something with that, because I mean, he comes in quick with that.
Trevino comes in with a little bit of heat there. Baseman trying to keep his distance a little bit here, but both fighters trying to just get their pokes in whenever they can. Trevino using a little bit of taunt action. I think Trevino is starting to realize that he has the slight speed advantage, and if he could bait Baseman into an open strike, I mean, it could be, he can release a quick flurry of hits.
Yeah, look at that.
Just like that. All you need, if he could just if he can keep that up every now and then, keep it going, it's going to eventually start wearing and tearing on Baseman.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for that. Like right there, Baseman got up against cage, nowhere to go, so that's where he unloaded. But then, he moved, which is smart. He just didn't stay there and keep unloading and, take Baseman, throw a wild shot, connect.
Right, get in, get out, do what you need to do, and the damage is done. But Baseman, though, obviously a very experienced fighter, so he's no stranger to having to go the full distance. So I'm sure Trevino's going to have to do a little bit more action, a little bit more damaging strikes if he hopes to end this without, it going to decision.
Yeah, no, he's got to put a little more than what he's doing right now. I mean, like I said, good job on the movement and stuff like that, but he's got to connect a lot more. Because Baseman, he's throwing a lot of kicks, they're landing, and Trevino, good kick right there, but he's not throwing as many. Why he's got to do it, huh? I say he's not doing it, he starts doing it.
Of course, every time, every time.
Yeah, Trevino's got to put more numbers out there.
Baseman doing a decent job at keeping Trevino at bay.
Yeah, I mean, he's not letting Trevino just say, hey, come on in, do whatever you want. He's making him think like, hey, you come in, you're gonna get something.
Yeah, making him think about it, making him keep on his toes. As we come in to the conclusion of round number 1 here. We'll close things off here. I think we got a lot of analyzation, a lot of watching each other, both these fighters just taking it in, learning about their fighters, learning about the movements, what they need to know about the opponent. Taking a look at the replay right here, like we were talking about the whole fight, it was relatively slow, but it's like a slow and fast pace at the same time. When they went in, it was energetic, it was constant, there wasn't really any wavering periods of nothing, but just it was spotty with the punches here and there, get in, get out, pop in, pop out. I think they both learned a lot about each other in this round. I think it's going to be an interesting second round, see how it develops.
Yeah, no, like exactly what you said. They were just tit-tatting, checking each other out. And I mean, when they came in with speed. And then they moved.
We have Justin Baseman fighting Angelo Trevino, starting off round number 2. See how the fight develops from here. We'll see if Trevino, like we were talking about earlier, we'll see if he adopts a little more aggression this round.
Yeah, I mean, right now he should have seen, okay, Baseman, I see what you got. Same thing with Baseman. He saw what Trevino has, and okay, let me see what I can do now. Let me do what I do to win.
Right, Baseman coming off a little extra heat. Ooh, Trevino, nice little flurry of hits there.
Good flurry, but it was all blocked by Baseman.
Right.
Because he's got to set that up again. Keep it going. Don't give him a chance to last think about what he did or what you did.
Right. Both fighters definitely looking more eager this round for that opening. They're waiting for it. They're right up. They're closer together. Seems like they're spending a lot more time center cage. Both these guys being very careful in their approaches, trying not to get knocked out. They do not want to get caught by one of those loose punches.
Yeah, I see that. Like the shot's there, but they're like, no, I don't want to just jump on in and get clobbered.
What I have noticed as well, both these fighters have very similar fighting style. They're fighting, it's despite the experience difference, despite the age difference, they're fighting very similar styles. They're going at it a very similar way. So I think that's also adding on to the toughness. It's a mirror. It's almost a mirror bout.
Yeah, no, I mean, which makes for a good fight too, because they got the same skills and executions. So it's just a matter of timing. Who's going to be able to time it down and do what they got to do.
Right. Nice kicks. Both these fighters, I mean, throughout this round, I think we've seen a lot more kicks like we were talking about earlier than we hoped we'd get.
Yeah, back and forth, not just one way.
Right.
I noticed Baseman used that push kick almost as a back up. When Trevino starts putting a lot of pressure, he throws the kick. And it's a lot of times he doesn't even come close to hitting Trevino, but it makes Trevino back up.
Yes, it does. I've noticed that. Both these fighters are being very, very watchful of each other's movements. As soon as one goes for a little bit of a jerk, you see the other react. They're both watching. It's this second-to-second basis. Really going to come down to that timing, like you said.
I think Trevino's picking up on some of Basement's kicks and movements because, he's doing the same thing. When he throws that push kick, he throws it and, pushes Basement back and does the same thing, just sets stuff up.
Both fighters still looking fresh. I mean, on the upside to this fight, and both fighters have conserved a massive amount of energy. They're both still looking just as fresh as they did when they started.
Yeah, I mean,
the benefit of keeping that movement, not really getting too engaged in too many extended conflicts. It will be interesting to see what would happen if this bout goes to the ground. They've managed to stay on the stand-up for just about the entire match.
Yeah, no, that's really like it. I mean, that's why I like it too.
Of course.
Why I watch you guys slug it out. But yeah, it is true. Does one have the advantage over the other if they go down?
Right. I mean, if the match stays stagnant like this, you never know. One of them could think, well, if I got to change things up, take a gamble.
Yeah. Both guys do a good job of just avoiding getting hit. Every time someone fetches it, you get out of the way, you get out of your range, and hey, we'll be good. But they got to cut that distance.
Yeah, that will close out round number 2. Let's take a look at the replay of that last round. Saw fairly similar to what we saw the first round. A little bit more action, a little bit more heat. Definitely looks like these guys are getting a little more comfortable into what they want to do and how they want to end this fight. I'm sure round 3, I'm excited to see what goes down because I think they're going to, if I can predict anything, they're going to add a little bit more heat. They've conserved a lot of energy. They definitely have the stamina for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've been, the way they've been going at it, I mean, you can't really say, oh, you know what, Trevino's, dominating or Basement dominating.
Honestly, yeah.
So this round 3 is the one who's going to decide, hey, who's going to win.
Just like that, we'll kick off round number 3. Once again, Justin Basement in the blue corner, Angelo Trevino in the red.
Trevino with try to go for a takedown. That might be the changeup right there. A lot more pressure, look at that.
Look, a change in style here. We may see that go to the ground. Very possible. I think Trevino, of course, you're the fighter yourself, but I mean, the way I see it, no one wants to see it go to decision. If you're the fighter, you want to be able to end that. You want to know that it's your victory before letting anybody else decide that for you. So I think Trevino's realizing that not much is getting done. It could very well go to a decision if he doesn't change it up or do something about it.
Yeah, it could go not his way.
That's true.
You
Right.
know, like I said, it's pretty fair. You know, both guys up there doing the same exact thing.
Right.
No real damage. Just a lot of punching and kicking, going back and forth.
It would be a very tough decision. So it's not something he can really rely on and say, well, if I drag it out, I'm still going to win this. I dominated the last 2 rounds. Some fighters, with some fights, a lot of fights usually, you could figure out right off the bat after the first 2 to 3 rounds, okay, this guy's dominating, this guy not so much. But
yeah, no,
it's just neck and neck, head to head, the whole fight.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt if his corner's watching this fight and letting him know, hey, look, you know what? We got to do something different because what we're doing ain't working.
Trevino definitely bringing a little more heat to the table this round. Baseman responding with a defensive approach.
Even this right here, you got cage control right here. He's got him up against the cage. His back's there, and he's holding him there. I mean, that's scoring some points.
Yeah, and throwing some nice knees. You see some people just split it up.
Well, you got to stay busy,
Of course.
If you're just going to sit there and hold each other, that's Cecil's job right there.
Especially in a match like this where we've seen a lot of staticness going on, I'm sure Cecil's ready to go. Like, if he sees things stopping for just a little too long, he's going to bring it right back out, get right back into the action. Trevino, once again, going for that takedown, doesn't quite get it.
But the one thing you do see, like I said, every time he does do that, he always puts Baseman on his back against the cage.
Right.
And like I said, there's some control. Baseman would try to do a trip right there. Almost got it.
We could see it go to the ground very soon here. Nice change, nice refreshing change of how things are going this round, though.
It is. Because now it's like, hey, look, you can see a little more of who's dominating just from my position.
Right.
But like I said, even in this position, they're both throwing knees at each other. They're both being active, and look at that. Baseman reverses it. So it just depends on who wants the position better or more.
Right. We'll split it back up again. I think the closer and closer it gets, it seems both these fights, it's really going to come out to see who really wants that win more and who wants to end it, by a TKO, by a knockout, before decision.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can say this third round, I'm pushing it just a little more towards Trevino just because of that cage time. He pushed Baseman against the cage and he held him there, every single, look at that.
Nice hook.
Nice. Hey, that's another way to get someone down, right?
Right. If you can knock him down, hey, by all means, brute strength works in this sport.
That's right.
First time we've seen it get taken to the ground this fight. Trevino looking to capitalize. Taking the back, he's in a good position right here.
Yeah, he's got his hook. I don't know if he's got both hooks in or not, but he's got a hook in there. He's trying to just break him down.
Trying to loosen Baseman up. Baseman staying solid.
There he goes. There's a few punches, soften him up right there. That's what you got to do. You got to punch.
There it is.
You got to remember too. You go down the ground, it's still a fight. You punch somebody, you distract them, and hey.
Trevino doing a good job, not giving his opponent a second to breathe. And knowing Cecil right there, knowing how many times he's split up the fight, as soon as it goes stale, he's knowing how to work it now. Keeping the busyness, just the right amount of jabs he needs to keep it going. I think Trevino likes this position right here, something different, and he's doing well at it right now. I think that punch, that knockdown right there could have tipped the scales in his favor.
Oh, I definitely would say so. Look at that. From there, he's took his back. He's delivered so much punishment right there to Baseman on the ground. You're just constant boom, 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 pow, pow, pow.
And that will close out the round. Let's take a look at that replay. Trevino, again, like we were saying earlier, beginning of the match, first half of the bout looked a little bit more heat from the second round, but relatively same kind of style, going back and forth. Trevino was going for those takedowns though, all round long.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get it the traditional way, but hey, that overhand hook right there, it did the job.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if one thing doesn't work, use another one, right?
Right.
And I mean, it came in perfect. He threw it, landed, and just took him
Right
straight
there.
down right there.
Yeah, perfect for there. Trevino, I think, definitely scored a little bit extra points in the judges' eyes. So we're going to have to see how it all concludes.
Yeah.
We'll throw it to Dean Stone for the final announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of welterweight action here in Northern California, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 judges at cage side. James Van Sheer, Brandon Littinger, and Brian Pritchard score this bout exactly the same way. 30-27, all 3 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Angelo Trevino. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present our co-featured bouts of the evening. Sanctioned by the Berry Creek Rancheria and Thai Maidu Tribe, in conjunction with King of the Cage Incorporated, President and Founder Terry Trebilcock Jr., Matchmaker Al Jocelyn, Promoter Jeff Mahalik. The 3 judges scoring this match will be James Van Sheer, Brian Pritchard, and Brandon Littinger. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action from Roseville, California, David Shirley. And now, Northern California, put your hands together for our co-feature of the evening, 3 rounds of MMA in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 213 pounds. This Team Ochoa fighter has a professional record of 7 victories with 10 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Lemoore, California, presenting Jose Hammerhead Cabezas. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 6'1", official weight 225 pounds. This UFC Gym of Rockland fighter has a professional record 4 victories with 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, from South San Francisco, fighting out of Sacramento, California, Thomas Smash Fallon.
Round number 1. We'll get things started here between Joey Cabezas and Thomas Fallon. Cabezas in the blue, Fallon in the red. Ooh, and it looks like we're going to get started with a slugfest here. A nice change of atmosphere from that last fight.
Yeah, that's what you want, you know, you mix it up. You give the spectators every kind of, outlook they get to see in the sport.
Definitely. Keeps the variety going, keeps it exciting. Fallon with some heavy hits. Cabezas keeping up the aggression. Oh, but Fallon connecting. Cabezas not looking too accurate. He's slow on his feet. Fallon giving the punishment. But Cabezas still very much in there. He's staying there.
I mean, Fallon, he ain't letting go.
Oh, yeah. He's letting go.
And I mean, you could say not all of those connected, but enough of them
Yeah,
are.
enough of them definitely are. Well, even through the blocks, you could see the power just punching through it. Cabezas trying to change things up here, going for the takedown, but Fallon, I don't think he's going to give it to him.
Oh, look at that. Knees and elbows. Look at that.
Oh, it's not looking good for Cabezas here. Fallon unloading on the ground now. Cabezas just trying to defend, doing whatever he can, trying to stay mobile.
I gotta say, Fallon did a good job here keeping pressure on him and just dropping those bombs.
They're really exploiting every little piece of Cabezas that's open.
I don't think Cabezas has a way out here.
Yeah, it's not looking very well in his eyes right here. It's not really improving too much position. He's really just defending at this point.
Yeah, I mean, right now where he's at, I mean, it's just not a good, his legs can't do him any good. His hands are just, covering his head, trying to protect himself, but not to, get anywhere.
Fallon's got that height advantage. He's got the better positioning right now. He's able to just sit nice and pretty, not waste any energy, and just let go of punches right on the face. Cabezas trying to turn things around here, but Fallon is just on top of it.
Oh, yeah, full mount right there.
Oh, it's not looking good.
And Fallon picking a shot, knee on belly.
And the referee will call it. Yeah, at that point, I'd say that was a good call. It did not look like Cabezas was defending very well. I mean, that's all he could do was try to block. That was it.
Exactly.
Fallon, the power behind Fallon's punches and his knees were just breaking through that defense.
Yeah, you can see, I mean, everything. I mean, his hands were up. Cabezas' hands were up. Good job trying to defend, but, you know, one of those shots get in right here. Look at elbow. It just, too many got in.
Yeah, he was just walking him down the line. You know, hey, you know, a couple of them not landing. Oh, well. He threw enough to get through. Broke through the defense, was easily able to get him on the ground. I think once it got on the ground, it was all over from there.
Yeah,
Cabezas
just time.
Yeah. Just like that, that will conclude this fight. Once again, we're here at Gold Country Casino and Hotel. Here at King of the Cage, No Escape. We just watched Thomas Fallon take a victory over Joey Cabeza. The referee called it after several, just an onslaught of strikes over and over.
I mean, Cabeza did, his best to stay on his feet and, you know, try and survive this. But I mean, you know, he got a heavyweight punch. You know, not all the punches got in, but enough got in to, you know, just do some damage and put him down on his back, and that was it.
Yeah, props to Joey Cabezas, though. I do believe that he was called in on short notice to fill in for this fight, so thanks to him for keeping it going.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 2 minutes and 21 seconds of the first round. Your winner by verbal tap out, Thomas Smash Fallon. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Gold Country Casino and Hotel, Oroville, California, King of the Cage and General Tire present our featured bouts of the evening. Sanctioned by the Berry Creek Rancheria and Thai Maidu Tribe. In conjunction with King of the Cage Incorporated, President and Founder, Terry Trebilcock Jr., Matchmaker Al Jocelyn, Promoter Jeff Mahalik, Timekeeper at the bell, Colin McElroy. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action from Tarzana, California, Sensei Cecil Peoples. The 3 judges scoring this bout will be James Banchier, Brandon Littinger, and Brian Pritchard. And now, for all the fight fans in attendance and the millions watching around the world, Northern California, let's hear it. This is our main event of the evening. 3 rounds of MMA in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall. Official weight, 268 pounds. This scrap pack fighter has a professional record of 11 victories with 8 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from San Francisco, California, presenting Carl Badwater Seumanutafa. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands also at 6 feet 2 inches tall. Official weight, 234 pounds. This EFA and Rice Brothers fighter has a professional record, 17 victories with 8 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Redding, California, presenting Bill Bad Dreams Widler.
Here we are at our main event of the night, round number 1 between Carl Seumanutafa and Bill Wilder.
Let's see if this one's as exciting as the one right before. You know, heavyweights always bring in that heat, bring in those knockouts and make it good.
I think we can expect a nice brawl out between these 2 fighters based on that pre-fight we saw.
Yeah, that was a warm-up fight for this one, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Seen a lot of heavyweights tonight, but very exciting night of fights tonight. Excellent. We've seen a lot of knockouts, a lot of exciting stuff going on. Sure we can expect even more from these 2.
And just like heavyweights, they're taking their time and just making those shots like count. Like, okay, wait, which one? Where's that? Where's that? Boom.
It's a nice connection there.
I'm going to call him Carl because I don't want to mess up his last name, but
Right.
he's doing some good job with those kicks, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Heard him right there just with that kick.
Oh, it's not looking good.
Man.
Ugh, you know that stings.
Look at that. Oh. He might, man. He's not going to be walking too good tomorrow.
He's trying to counter. I think he's trying to bounce off of that pain and just keep moving forward.
That's just a minute into the fight right now. He's already limping from those kicks.
That must have been a thunderous just kick from Carl there. Carl once again in the blue gloves. Bill in the red.
I'd say Carl, he thrown at least a good 10 kicks to that leg. And they all landed.
Yeah, and there's no way he couldn't notice that trip up right there. He knows, now I know exactly what to exploit. Where am I going to be
Look at this. He's limping right there, not to get you off, but I mean, Cecil broke him up, no action. He's like, you can see the pain on his face.
Oh, Carl, he's looking calm. He looks confident. He knows exactly what he needs to do. I think he's just going to keep firing those kicks.
Look at that.
It does not look good.
Man, they could have just with those kicks.
He's bouncing. He's trying to keep light, not putting too much weight. But
look at that.
Oh no, that's it. And that's it.
Man.
The leg. Something crushing about those kicks was able to just destroy.
You know what? He was kicking his calf. I mean, he was kicking his thigh. He was kicking below the knee.
Right.
So, I mean, you can't stand. How you going to fight, right?
Right.
Well, you got jiu-jitsu, but.
Really chopping down that tree right there, as they say.
Exactly.
Just like that, that's all it takes.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee in charge, Sensei Cecil Peoples, has seen enough, steps in, calls a halt to this bout due to strikes. The official time, 2 minutes and 5 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by TKO, Carl Seumanutafa.